Tennessee has come a long way in the production of wine in recent years. Nowadays, you can find wineries all across the state, but only one with a unique art collection created right on site. Ken Wilshire takes us to meet a World War II veteran who uses the wine barrel as his canvas.
While Tennessee may have had the infamous reputation of being a moonshiner's paradise years ago, it's now one of the largest producers of wine in the country, with more than 40 wineries and 150 vineyards across the state. And Beach Haven Winery in Clarksville is leading the way as one of the oldest and largest in Tennessee. One of the reasons for its success is because it's like family at Beach Haven, where everyone contributes their own special talents while producing its award-winning wines year after year. And not only are the wines exquisitely pleasing to one's palate, the aging barrels are decorated with carvings that are artistically pleasing to the eyes.
Ooh, it splinters bad.
Claus Mann, who's known as Dutch, is also a beloved senior member of the Beach Haven family.
Oh, I gotta get the right size here. Okay, we'll try this one.
His wood carving skills have truly given the winery a distinct look and differentiates it from all the rest.
I think it's a great tourist attraction. They have tours here. Sometimes they bring it in by bus. They come in not only to taste the wine, but to look at all my wood carvings. And it's unique that way. There's no other winery in Tennessee that does this.
Dutch was born in Germany, and around 1924, when he was only 7 years old, he joined his immigrant family who had already settled in New York City, just in time to experience the Great Depression. And it was his mother who inspired his interest in art.
And I really appreciated that, and she taught me all different types of art, media. I started with pencil, and then I went to ink, then watercolors, and then finally I did the oils. Paper was hard to get during the Depression years, but I used school notebook paper to do my drawings.
But his drawings were only the beginning. Years ago, Dutch taught wood carving at Boy Scout camp. He says this is when his passion for carving all began, quite simply with a knife and a stick of wood. And if anybody ever tells you not to whittle your life away, well, you might want to reconsider that, because it could lead to something really big. Like the huge barrel outside that offers even more of a challenge to Dutch in promoting a popular special event at the winery.
I started on the other end, that big barrel, but I can't do it during the hot weather, and I can't do it in the cold weather. So I got very limited choices here, you know. But I want to do jazz on the lawn in large figures.
Dutch says he always has a subject in mind when he does a pencil drawing and transfers it to the barrels. Then the carving begins.
This is called low relief wood carving. Now I can't go in too far. I can go in about 3/4 of an inch. That's as deep as I can go, because the thickness is only 1 1/4 inches.
So whether it's the winery's landmark barrel outside or his newest work inside, each carving has a special message. So a lot of these are older barrels that you've carved, and they have a lot more significance than some of the newer ones.
Yeah.
Like 101st one up there. What is that?
I was asked to do that by some of the members of the 101st, and the winery owners, Ed and Louisa Cook, said sure, and so I did that for the 101st. We used to kid about stomping on grapes, especially Ed Cook. So I did a barrel showing Italian families crushing grapes by stomping on them, which is what they did years ago before they modernized.
He's a proud, patriotic World War II and Korean veteran. He's even served as an elementary school principal with degrees from Austin Peay and the University of Tennessee. But now he's a skilled artisan who's inspiring others.
Oh, everybody enjoys my carvings, and I enjoy that when the tourists come through here or people that buy wine.
Today, computerized machines carve out works like these, but Dutch says he doesn't mind it at all.
It's poor. You can tell it's not done by hand. And it's the beauty of a carving is you can see the cuts and the grooves that, with your chisels. That's the beauty in the wood carving.
And that's what you enjoy most.
Right.
He's a distinguished member of the Tennessee Woodcarvers Association and hopes to keep the craft alive. But Dutch says it's hard to find younger woodcarvers, like one fellow who did some repair work for him.
He got real interested. He saw all my carvings at home. So I loaned him a carving set, about this size, a small carving set, but I hadn't seen him since. We can't get young people interested in it. They're interested in electronic things, push the button.
So while Claus Dutch Mann continues to chip away at his retirement dreams on 55-gallon barrels of wine, he's carving out his own legacy as a craftsman who's continuing an ancient art form. And like the fine Tennessee wine inside, he just seems to get better and better with age, with no plans of quitting now.
I'll carve till the day I pass away.